Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rifqi and my student number is 20, 11, 10, and 41, and I'm from English Literature batch 2020. Here I want to give you some material mid-semester of Elizabeth H. and William Shakespeare. First, H is named after Elizabeth I, monarch of England, 1558 until 1603. Second, during her reign of Renaissance, French for rebirth of art and science was occurring. Third, the Renaissance, 1350 until 16, marked a transition from the medieval to modern world in Western Europe. And the last, English drama product during this time is known as Elizabethan drama. Second is Elizabethan age. The Elizabethan age is a period of Tudor period of history of England during the reign of Queen Elizabeth I, 1558 until 1603. Historians often depict it as golden age in English history. The symbol of Britannia, a female personification of Great Britain, was first used in 1572 and often thereafter to mark the Elizabethan age as the Renaissance that inspired nation pride through classical idea, international expression, and naval triumph over Spain. Renaissance theater. The Elizabethan era is perhaps most famous for the theater and the work of William Shakespeare. English Renaissance theater began with the opening of the Red Lion Theatre in 1567. Many more permanent theaters opened in London over the next several years, including the Curtain Theatre in 1577 and the famous Globe Theatre in 1599. Government. The government in England during this era was complicated and was made up for three different bodies: the monarch, the Privy Council, and the Parliament. The monarch of the Queen Elizabeth, she was very powerful and determined most of the law of the land, but she did have to get approval from Parliament to implement tax. And the Privy Council was made up of a Queen's close advisor. They would make recommendations and give her advice. Other arts. Theater was not only from the art flourished during the Elizabethan era. Other arts such as music and painting were popular during the time. The era produced important composers such as William Byrd and John Donne. Navigation and exploration. The Elizabethan era saw the rise of the English Navy with the defeat of Spanish Armada in the 1588. It also saw many improvements in navigation which were highlighted when the Sir Francis Drake successfully circumnavigated the globe. Clothing and fashion. Clothing and fashion played an important role among noble and wealthy during this period. There were actually laws that said who could wear what type of the cloth. Interesting fact about Elizabethan era. The Royal Exchange, the first stock exchange in England, was established by Thomas Gresham in 1565. and Queen Elizabeth was Protestant and was constantly in danger of being assisted by Catholics who wanted to replace her with Mary Queen of Scots. Coach became a very popular mode of transportation in England with the wealthy and noble during this time. Queen Elizabeth never married nor had children. She said she was married to her country. English poetry flourished included the sonnet from most poets included Edmund Shakespeare and William Shakespeare. Material all about William Shakespeare. Shakespeare early life. Born April 23rd, 1564. Birthplace Hamley Street, Stanford-on-Avon, not far from London. Parents John Shakespeare, Mary Arden, from a wealthy family, and inherited land to William. Married Anna Hathaway on November 27, 1582. He was 18 and she was 26. Oldest daughter, Susanna, was born 6 months later, 1585. Twins born, Hamnet and Judith. Hamnet died at age 11. Probably affects Shakespeare. Hamlet is a variation of that name. Shakespeare career. He wrote 154 sonnets and 2 long poems. He wrote 37 plays. Most of his sonnets were written between 1592 until 1594, because the theatre was closed due to the Black Plague. By the time he was 32, he was considered the best writer of comedy and tragedy, and he died on his 52nd birthday, April 23rd, 1616. Background to Romeo and Juliet. Written about 1595, probably his 13th play. Idea taken from the tragical history of Romeo and Juliet, a poem by Arthur Brooke, 1562. Unlike his other tragedies, Shakespeare allowed change or fate to determine the destiny of hero and heroine. Romeo and Juliet, more than their tragic flaws do. I think is enough for the all material for the mid semester. When I have a mistake, I'm really sorry. Thank you for attention and goodbye.